Hello everyone, Jorge Huertas once again with all of you. Today I'm gonna show you what is a project and what are the stages. This video is also available in Spanish. Well, when we talk about a project, we are talking about a way to organize information and make a development. These are the characteristics. It is a way of organizing and planning joint work to achieve a goal and in the way to contribute to solving a situation or a problem. There are multiple ways and methodologies to be able to develop a project from a very traditional to a highly disruptive. Among there are scientific method, design thinking, Scrum, Lean Startup, Kanban, Scrumban, Agile, Modern Agile, and many more. However, for a project to be a project, it has to have some characteristics independent of the methodology that you going to work. They have to have a clear purpose. They have to summarize in objectives and goal. They must be adjusted to a term of limited time. They have at least one planning phase and of course an execution. They are oriented to achieve a specific goal or result. The involvement of people who act based on different roles and responsibilities are very important as well, and they have to be determined at the beginning of the project and of course tracking the progress of the project and of course always keep updating what's going on. So project, it's a very important subject, and of course they stages. I'm very motivated to do this video because many people call anything a project. A task is a task, it's not a project. So you have to be very specific and know what are the characteristics. Before to start explaining this subject, if you like our channel, if you like what we do, please subscribe, give us a like, share our content, turn on the bell. It really helps us a lot to keep continue working on this. So the first thing, the definition of a project. What is it? It is a way of organizing and plan a joint work to reach a goal and contribute to solve a situation or a problem. This is the definition of a project. Which are the stages and their characteristics? The first one is it has a why. I mean, you don't start developing a project just because. You have to have a clear answer, and of course, it has to have a clear purpose. That is extremely important. Always know the purpose and why are you doing what you are doing. The second one is you have to have objectives. These objectives could be one general and three specific, and of course these objectives, they have to be directed to reach goals. That's extremely important. The third characteristic is that you have to deliver sometime, and you have to be aware of the time that you have for the project. There are projects that take years, for example, developing and building a stadium or a building or something like that. But there are projects which their time is shorter. Of course, more time, more money. It's just like that. So you have to have a clear timetable. When do you have to deliver? How are you going to deliver? And of course, even the people that is involved on the project and also the people who are your clients, they have to know when and how are you going to deliver, and of course they have to have a clear schedule of all of that. Like I was telling you, a project has to have stages, and the stages, they have to be very specific. You need to know when are you going to start, how are you going to track. Tracking of the project is extremely important. You need to follow up all the different stages, and of course when are you going to deliver. So the stages and the phases of the project are determined of the methodology and the money and the time that you have for that. Of course, you have to have tangible results, and the results can be many. depending on the kind of project that you are developing, but the result, it has to be tangible, it has to be real, you can see it, you can touch it. Of course, in the development of a project, there are many people involved, and each person needs to have a role in the project, and they need to know which are their tasks. What do you have to do? What do you do? So that is extremely important, because sometimes people start doing a lot of things and they really don't know what they are doing. So they have to have a role. The role, it has to be clear. The role has to have a name, and of course you need to know what are you going to do and how are you going to deliver. Of course, the follow up and the tracking, at least for me, is one of the most important things that I can tell you. You need to follow up. If you don't follow up, if you don't track the project, anything could happen. And that is why it's so important that you keep track of everything that you do, and to know if you are going good with the time, because in a project you will have problems, and you need to be aware of that and know how to fix it. Finally, there are different ways to understand the developments, and sometimes you will have to reframe and you need to renegotiate some things. It's not always, but a lot of times it will happen, because maybe the time is too short and the things are not going the ways that it's supposed to, because something happened. So you need to reframe, and you need to focus on the final goal and start making a negotiation, and of course trying to find the best way to deliver what you are going to do. As a conclusion, we can say that if any of these characteristic is not fulfilled, you are not developing a project. Can be something different, like a task, a exercise, or something else, but it's not a project. It is very important to ask if the project is worth doing it before you start, because there are many times that are projects that are not worth doing it, and people never ask that. Use the Maslow pyramid to validate the need if it's necessary. If you don't know what the Maslow pyramid is, please check here our channel and look the video of the Maslow pyramid, because that is the way that we qualified and we rank needs, and really help us a lot. Thank you so much. I hope this video was a big help in your education. Please subscribe to our channel, Design Thinking 24/7. Follow us on social media. Remember that every Monday we have a new video in Spanish, and every Thursday we have a new video in English. Our Udemy courses are already available in the link of this video. You can find the link, so learn with us. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.